everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier just had their Season 1 finale, maybe the series finale. We don't quite know if we're going to get another season of this film, or of this series yet, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. But with the announcement of a Captain America 4 coming to theaters this week, that may or may not happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. But if not, we'll still get Captain America 4, but I have a feeling we're going to get another season of this show because it was very well done. I'm going to go into a little bit of spoilers here on the finale and the series as a whole. So if you've not seen the finale or any of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, I suggest you turn this video off now before you come back and watch my spoiler review. The finale of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, I thought, gave us everything that we want as Marvel fans and as fans of the MCU. Obviously, from the beginning of this season, the entire point of the Falcon and Winter Soldier is the passing of the mantle of Captain America's shield to Sam Wilson and the Falcon himself. Obviously, there's a lot of people who wanted maybe Bucky to take the mantle of of Captain America, but where they are in the story, coming out of Avengers Endgame, when Steve Rogers gave the shield to Sam Wilson, it makes all the sense in the world because Sam has a better reputation right now in the eyes of the public. The Winter Soldier coming out of Endgame obviously had a very traumatic past where he, obviously with the murders and everything that he was sent to do by Hydra. So the other good thing about this series that it did was to take Bucky to that next level to where he was able to accept who he was after all the things that he's had to endure through the Winter Soldier program. And it's about him, coming to terms with all that trauma and obviously, becoming a better man for it. And he spends most of this season, making amends for all the things he's done and coming to grips with all that. So if they were to ever give the shield to Bucky, they can do that possibly now, because now he's going to, now, he may have to change the perception in the eyes of the public, but when it comes to him personally, he's at a better place now to become the next Captain America if something were to happen with Sam Wilson. But this season alone was about Sam Wilson accepting his place as Captain America in the world of the MCU now. And obviously Captain America 4 is most likely going to center around Sam Wilson being the new Cap and going on adventures in that regard. However, there was a report earlier this week, as I mentioned in my Captain America 4 announcement video, that Chris Evans has reportedly signed on to at least reappear in the MCU at least one more time. And if that's the case, I very well could see that being in Captain America 4. It could be as a old Steve Rogers, or maybe they figure out a way to bring back the young version of Steve. Maybe they pluck him out of the timeline, because we're going to be messing with multiverses and alternate timelines and realities and dimensions going forward in the MCU. So that's very well possible. But they talk like the role will be a smaller role, kind of like Robert Downey Jr. played Tony Stark in Spider-Man Homecoming. So, but we still may see Chris Evans again, and it makes all the sense in the world for Captain America 4 to be the place for that, even though there are reports that it could be for another project, maybe Secret Invasion. That's a possibility too. And I even believe, and I'm going to get into a little bit of this in a separate video too, but Sharon Carter also reappears in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And obviously she's been through a lot of trauma in the 5 years since the snap. So her character has undergone a radical change. So radical, in fact, that she goes from being a good guy to a potential big bad villain here in the Power Broker, which a lot of people were a little upset that she was revealed to be the Power Broker in the finale. But I have a theory on that, and it's a theory that's going around the internet as well, that she may actually be a Skrull, because for her character to do a complete 180 from Winter Soldier and Avengers Endgame, or Captain America Civil War, from being a good person, the niece of Peggy Carter, to completely, now granted, you could go through a lot of stuff in 5 years, especially with the state of the world that it was in. So I mean, she could very well, her character could change in that regard, but I got a feeling that she wouldn't do that. So I know for a fact that they're doing the Secret Invasion Disney Plus series, and that's supposed to be coming out next year or the end of the year, something like that, with Nick Fury and Talos, the Skrull himself, and probably going to tie into Captain Marvel 2 a little bit as well. And those are all set for a 22 release. So it makes all the sense in the world, since she's trying to gather government intel, she's trying to access weapons, and obviously she was trying to get super soldier stuff in this series. It would make sense for a Skrull to try to infiltrate these sort of organizations to gather power, gather intel and knowledge about invading Earth. So I kind of wonder if Sharon Carter is a Skrull. And if she is, I think that is brilliant foresight on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they know what they're doing. They've got this stuff planned out already. I'm calling it now. I think Sharon Carter is a Skrull, because otherwise it's a little predictable and underwhelming for her just to be the power broker. I mean, they could do it that way, but I gotta wonder if maybe the Skrulls have captured Sharon Carter and they've taken her place, because you got to remember too, even though Sharon Carter in this show talked about all the trauma she's been through, in Captain Marvel, we saw the Skrulls able to infiltrate the memories of Captain Marvel. So what if they captured Sharon Carter, infiltrated her memories, and then used that to manipulate people on Earth to make them think that a Skrull is really Sharon Carter? So I think it's very possible that could be where they're going here. But we'll just have to wait and see. But in regards to other characters in this show, John Walker is another character that a lot of people did not like, especially at the beginning of this season, because obviously everybody's used to Steve Rogers. Everybody wants Steve Rogers to be our Captain America. Now, hopefully by the end of this season, everybody's perfectly fine with Sam Wilson taking up the mantle. But John Walker being named Captain America by the U.S. government, that did not sit well with a lot of people. But even so far as to say that, Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell's son, who plays John Walker in this show, got death threats. And I think, obviously, anytime fandom goes to that length, it's ridiculous. But by the end of this season, though, and again, in Marvel I trust, in Kevin Feige I trust, again, by the end of this season, the John Walker character has gone through a character arc to where now he has been revealed as U.S. agent, and he's no longer Captain America. So we were never meant to like John Walker. So fans need to learn to be a little more accepting and just to wait and see where the story goes in a lot of these situations, instead of jumping right to conclusions and saying they hate this. Marvel knew exactly what they were doing, and look where it paid off. Now, John Walker, he's committed some, bad acts here, especially in that one episode where he murdered one of the Flag Smashers out of pure vengeance. That would never fly for a Captain America. But as U.S. agent, who now is aligning himself a little bit with Elaine from Seinfeld, Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character Fontaine, obviously she's shady. So, but there in the comics, she has ties to Hydra, I think, even Nick Fury. So there's going to be some secret stuff going on here that John Walker's going to get involved in, and he could become this anti-hero type character. But he maybe end up playing on the bad side of things, and maybe even ties into a Thunderbolts show or movie of some sort of movie down the line, because this show did a good job of setting up that as well. And there's obviously heavy rumors that, General Thunderbolt Ross is in Black Widow, and he may appear in the She-Hulk series, because obviously in the comics he becomes the Red Hulk. And so, I don't know if that's where Marvel's going to take this, but if we get a Thunderbolts series, that would basically be Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad. So a bunch of villains, teaming up to do, whatever. So that could very well be where Marvel's headed as well. And if that's the case, John Walker could be a great addition to that. So, but this series overall has just been, absolutely outstanding. WandaVision was great earlier this year. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier had a big budget. Clearly, they're treating these as long movies that they're putting on Disney Plus. Just because they're not going to theaters does not mean they're skimping on the budget or on the quality. And if you've not seen the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I highly, highly recommend it. There's a lot of great things going on from all the main characters. Plus, we get side character stories about Isaiah Bradley and things like that adds a whole new dimension. And it's got some political aspects to it where they discuss the political nature of a black man taking over the mantle of Captain America. And it's very intriguing stuff. So if you've not seen it yet, I highly recommend you check out The Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, streaming now. But what did you guys think about The Falcon and Winter Soldier? Did you like the series? Did you not like the series? What did you think of the finale? Are you excited for Captain America 4? Comment down below, leave your comments, and hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications when I put up new content on my channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.